Right now on Good Day Charlotte on Fox 46, the deadliest day across the country for COVID-19 so far. Nearly 2,000 people losing their lives.
Today we continue to send our love to the great people of New York and New Jersey. We support them fully. We grieve alongside every family who has lost a precious loved one.
Plus, more and more local employees testing positive for COVID-19. The new restrictions now state leaders are putting in place to stop the spread. As Good Day Charlotte on Fox 46 at 5 starts right now.
Good morning. You're watching Fox 46, Good Day Charlotte.
Welcome in to the 5 o'clock hour here of Good Day Charlotte on Fox 46. I'm Paige Failing. And here at Fox 46, we are practicing social distancing by not being all here at Fox 46, which we are glad to hopefully be an example to all of you. Brigida Mack is at home this morning, as is Jason Harper, and is Nicholas Koser. Nicholas Koser, meanwhile, moving on today, I believe it's 14, because I remember you saying a baker's dozen yesterday. Is that right, Nick?
Wow.
Forecasting from home?
Yes, I haven't changed my sign in the back here because I was having some technical difficulties, but we're back, baby. My computer's running, it's humming along now, and I'll get to that. I'll get to the most important part of my shot here.
Okay, well, I can't see your sign anyway. My eyesight's not that good, so.
Perfect, I'm glad I drew attention to it then. All right, let's talk about the mild conditions that we have out there this morning. Low 60s. Man, I mean, we're talking about, look at Chiraw, 66? Are you kidding me out the door here? So that's what happens when you have a warm afternoon, right? You can only drop so low with no low pressure cold fronts moving through the area. And here we are. Heck, even Boone and Jefferson not doing too bad, sitting at a 58. Temperature change is for the milder. Concord, Chiraw, Wadesboro, 11 and 12 degrees milder now than exactly a day ago. We had those clouds bubble up in the afternoon, had a few downpours, and guess what? We are back to clear skies this morning. So this has been a very, very consistent pattern since Monday. We start quiet, we see a big warm up, then some clouds and some rain show up later in the afternoon. Well, today's no different. It'll be the last day of this pattern, 83 then at 3 o'clock. Tomorrow, it'll be a dry day. Cold front will swing through the area, and by Friday, you see that 83 there on the screen now, and that will definitely become a thing of the past as we head into this weekend. Much cooler air moves in behind that cold front. I'll have the full details coming up here in 10 minutes with your 7-day forecast. For now, we'll get it right back to you, Paige Failing, in the studio.
I'll take it. Thank you, Nick. Breaking news right now. Police investigating a homicide in Northeast Charlotte. This happened on Heatherbrook Avenue. When police got there, they found a man shot outside the home. The victim has not been identified yet. Police still looking for a motive and a suspect behind this deadly shooting. And now turning to our COVID-19 coverage. Here at Fox 46, we're working around the clock trying to get you the latest information surrounding coronavirus, and we're committed to reporting the facts over fear. So at the start of what officials have warned could be the deadliest week of the coronavirus pandemic so far, the total number of deaths in the U.S. rose nearly 13,000 yesterday. New York City alone had more than 4,000 deaths, recording its single deadliest day, more than 800 dying in the 24 hours since Monday night. Although the death toll continues to climb, there is some relief to report across the country. More than 22,000 people have recovered from the virus. That's according to Johns Hopkins University. And closer to home, we have team coverage this morning, making sure you are up to date with everything that has been happening surrounding COVID-19. We start with Fox 46's Jamal Goss this morning with more on York County's state of emergency there. Jamal.
Paige, one of the latest fights against the coronavirus has been right here in York County, where a state of emergency has been declared. This comes as the number of coronavirus cases surpasses now 100. So far, 2 people have died from the virus. County leaders can now adjust how normal county business operates. They can also transfer personnel from different county departments as needed. The state of emergency also reinforces Governor Henry McMaster's mandate to stay home unless handling important businesses. York County officials are expecting the peak to hit in mid-May. County leaders fear if people don't comply with staying at home, the number of cases could increase by more than 500% by then.
Per the governor's executive order, stay at home or work unless visiting family, exercising outside, or obtaining essential goods or services. If each one of us stays at home and institutes social distancing measures for the rest of the month, then together we can affect York County's peak and flatten the curve of this pandemic.
Now, if found in violation of not staying at home, you could be fined up to $100 or 30 days behind bars. Reporting live this morning in York County, I'm Jamal Goss, Fox 46, getting results.
And my co-anchor Jason Harper working remotely from home this morning, practicing safe social distancing, with more on the new COVID-19 cases popping up in our area. In particular, one spot a lot of people are frequenting, Jason.
Yeah, everyone's going to Harris Teeter, right? This is interesting. Listen to the new numbers. There are more than 3,200 cases all across North Carolina. And among these cases, Fox 46 has learned that a local Harris Teeter now employee has contracted COVID-19. The patient works at the Arboretum location, and they're now getting medical treatment. That's the good news. The company tells Fox 46 that it's working closely with local and state health officials to sanitize and clean inside the store. Employees at Harris Teeter stores are expected to get masks on Friday. And a local USPS employee has tested positive as well for COVID-19. Employees at the location on Cottonwood Street in North Charlotte were greeted with this sign. It says an employee who's worked in the building has tested positive for coronavirus. The company says all areas continue to be cleaned and disinfected. Fox 46 reached out to UPS for more details. The company says, quote, UPS is not confirming employee cases for employee privacy reasons. If there's a need to disclose a positive case for our public health reasons, the disclosure will come from local health departments or other authorities. Fox 46 also reached out to Amazon after finding out that an employee at the Old Dowd Distribution Center has also tested positive for the virus. Amazon tells us all employees diagnosed with the virus or placed on quarantine will get 2 weeks paid absence to fully recover from the virus. And Fox 46 is learning new details this morning about a Cabarrus County paramedic testing positive for coronavirus. Fox 46's Amber Roberts is live this morning with the latest on that. Amber, good morning.
Good morning, Jason. That worker had their last shift on Friday, started showing symptoms later on that day, and immediately began home isolation. We know they were tested on Saturday, received their results on Monday, and the agency shared that information with other employees on Tuesday. No other Cabarrus County EMS employees have exhibited COVID-19 symptoms, but the county health agency will be monitoring individuals who may have an increased risk of exposure because of the worker's positive result. Officials don't believe that employee cared for any COVID-19 patients before getting sick. Here's some of the things that first responders in the county are doing to reduce their risk of exposure while on the job. 911 dispatchers ask callers if they exhibit symptoms so police, fire, and medic can properly prepare with personal protective equipment. Masks are used for responders and patients on all other calls. And responders receive daily temperature screenings and symptom checks. Cabarrus County EMS says they have enough protective gear, including masks and gowns, for them to be protected when they head out to respond to their calls. Live in Cabarrus County, I'm Amber Roberts, Fox 46, getting results.
All right, Amber, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Want to toss it over from my house to my co-anchor, Brigida Mack, this morning. There's some new findings out there with the connection between COVID-19 and the African-American community. Brigida, good morning.
Good morning, Jason, and good morning to all of you at home. Indeed, there is a troubling trend among African Americans when it comes to COVID-19, and it is happening right here at home. Here in Mecklenburg County, nearly half of all the people who tested positive for coronavirus are African American. And to dig deeper, that exact number is 44%. Of those who have tested positive in Mecklenburg County have been African American. Now, for perspective, African Americans make up only about 32% of the county's population. Now, Dr. Anthony Fauci, the nation's top health expert, spoke about this disparity and what's being done about it.
We've known literally forever that diseases like diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and asthma are disproportionately afflicting the minority populations, particularly the African Americans. Unfortunately, when you look at the predisposing conditions that lead to a bad outcome with coronavirus, the things that get people into ICUs that require intubation and often lead to death, they are just those very comorbidities that are unfortunately disproportionately prevalent in the African American population. So we're very concerned about that. It's very sad. It's nothing we can do about it right now except to try and give them the best possible care to avoid those complications.
Now, it is also important to note that another factor in this racial disparity is that communities of color, which of course includes African Americans, often have less access to health care. So if you don't have the same access to health care, that is what leads to you developing those conditions that Dr. Fauci just talked about more frequently, because you don't have the same access. We also here at Fox 46, to pivot, are committed to monitoring the race for a treatment for coronavirus. And there is one drug in particular that is being used to treat Ebola patients that is showing some promise when it comes to addressing COVID-19. Here's what we know. The drug is called remdesivir, and it is being used in a number of clinical trials across the globe. Biotech Sciences says over the past week, it has been working to expand its access program for the drug. That program would enable hospitals to apply for emergency use of remdesivir for several severely ill patients at one time. The World Health Organization is also calling the study involving this drug promising. Doctors are currently injecting the drug into hundreds of patients, and it is being studied at 75 different universities. So we'll definitely keep you up to date on the outcomes with remdesivir. Right now, I want to toss it back into studio to my co-anchor, Paige Failing.
B-Mac, thank you so much. And right now, some construction is in the works. Let's check in with our Chuck Rhodes with more on this. Chuck.
Well, thanks, Paige. I'm going to divert from construction to real-time information. I've got an accident reported, car versus 18-wheeler on 85 northbound near I-77. Scanner chatter right now. They're sending out several emergency teams to 85 north between Beatty's Ford and I-77, between exits 37 and 38. We'll keep an eye on this and hopefully have a crew en route in a second. I've also, okay, you got a map up right now, 85 northbound near I-77, reports of an accident involving an 18-wheeler. I've also got an accident with injury at the end of the ramp from 77 southbound to West Boulevard. Right at the end of that ramp, West Boulevard and Behringer Drive come together. They're talking about an accident with injury there. So 2 emergency incidents working right now with teams with injuries. Please yield to any teams responding if you're headed out the door. We'll keep you posted. Back to the studio.
Just ahead now on Good Day Charlotte, childcare so hard for many of us who have to work from home, but there is help for many, where you can apply for financial assistance and how to qualify when we come back.